How are y'all doing? I know it is late night, and I figured it'd be better for me to do this late at night than to not do it at all. So I wanted to jump on here, and now that I think about it, I'm probably going to have some super quick snippets of like some of the things that have been going on over the past week. So, one, I went away, took a little road trip. So, I've been in my car a whole lot lately. As you can see, I'm still in it now, even. Um, and being gone for the past week or so, one of, I was going to say one of the things, well, some of the things that are coming up, just to put it out there, are the fact that I got to leave and I didn't even realize how much it really meant for me to be able to recognize that I was actually going to miss both of my daughters. I got an opportunity to spend a little bit of time with them. So anticipate a flood of pictures coming here shortly. Um, but I got to spend a little bit of time with them before I headed out on the road to be able to go ahead and go see not only clients, but then to go meet with some folks to do a mastermind. So part of this mastermind was part of going to the mastermind was not only about connecting with other people that obviously I already know, but it was to meet new people as well as get more insights directly from one of the business coaches that I've been working with over the past couple of years that I got the opportunity to be introduced to through another coach, of course, coincidentally. And in about 2022, got a chance to work more directly and closely with them. The gentleman is James Webmore, and I, with five other amazing human beings, were able to come out and work directly with his team and just getting clarity on the things that we were working on within our businesses. It required me to do something that I don't normally do, which is step out of my comfort zone and to say yes to things, to allow myself to be available, to try something new, put myself out there and actually share like my thoughts and views and what I'm thinking and all the things. So I did that, um, was selected. I got to come and find out immediately, and you may see some of my posts most recently about different different niches or things along those lines, some resources that he shared. I got the opportunity to go from a couple of years ago believing that what I wanted to share and help people with, the reality that nobody's interested in it. Nobody wanted to quote unquote work on their time management. And while that is still something that I love, appreciate, and enjoy, and have the luxury of processing through myself, um, being able to shift my current niche that I was working with, not just my niche, so not just the people that I was working with, but even how I wanted to deliver or display the information that I was choosing to share with people has changed over the past couple of years. And if you watched my journey, what you may have noticed is that I've actually cycled back to some things that I used to honestly be too scared to share about, things such as femininity, talking about different chakras, different ways to balance out energies within your own body, that I've circled back to because when I did speak of those things before, it made a bigger difference. I had a deeper connection with folks. Being able to do that and having the chance to step out of my regular normal cycle and go be around some other amazing folks, share my thoughts, my views, my ideas, and even have access directly to one of the coaches that was very instrumental in this shift and dynamic made a huge difference. So not only stepping away from my routine, I got a chance to evaluate, is my routine working for me? Are the people that I want to work with still the same people I want to work with? Having multiple businesses and then, also being a single parent and having an adult child and just navigating relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, like all these different things, and trying to find a space to make it all make sense and also be in alignment with what it is that what I want in life, how I can go about doing those things in life. And I'm just checking to make sure these cars aren't about to stop, but making sure that they really work for me and that it gives me the opportunity to show up as the best version of myself. I can say going and meeting with the folks at Next Level allowed me to do that. Going to different events historically has allowed me to do that. Each time I go to a mastermind event or an opportunity, a conference, anywhere where a lot of like-minded folks will be at, it gives me a chance to totally tap into those areas of me that I completely forgot about, that I just show up and I am that way, but I don't notice. So I get to see myself through the lens of other folks. The beauty of being in masterminds is when you are around a lot of like minded people, they can see you a lot quicker than you may be able to see yourself. And when you take that deep inhale in, exhale out, and put on your big girl panties or whatever, however you want to call it, it gives you an opportunity to really allow other people to show up and support you. It gives you a chance to reevaluate what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing it, and then choose to intentionally shift the way you'd like to show up moving forward. I get to take away from that how I'm going to be restructuring my schedule, how I'll be spending my time or energy between sharing what I've been able to get access to from having had the opportunity to be at this specific mastermind, and even reflecting all the way back to the initial introduction, which was Business by Design way back in the day, and being able to check into the trainings that James Wedmore shared, like nailing your niche and even finding your first 100 leads. All these different links are totally going to be available. So if you wanted to tap into them, don't worry, they're here. If you're in my email list, then you actually get extra exclusive stories that share a little more details about me, my personal, private business. Um, but being able to see what those changes and shifts look like. When you see the flood of some of the videos and the creativity that I was able to tap into, I completely forgot. Fun fact, did you know that I went to school for creative and performing arts in the hometown that I grew up in before I moved to California? Probably not, but being there allowed me to re-tap into some of that creativity in the moment, to be able to share it, to create some things that you'll see it. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that's like super scared to show it and share it. And I'm gonna do it anyways, because now I just told you all I was going to do it. While I was at the mastermind, I was challenged to put myself first. So it's not like I don't talk about such things like the book that's coming out this week, Girl Be Selfish, the some of the freebies that I have in my thing, like self-love and just different things that I talk about. I get to be reminded of how I can be a greater version of myself every time I allow myself to be vulnerable and available to receive from other people. And to be fair, you only do that like around folks that you know are going to be giving some good stuff. So I'm not going to go mastermind with a bunch of people that don't like me, but masterminding with folks that not only like themselves, but are highly invested in elevating the way they show up and the way they serve and provide for other people allows me to do the same. I intentionally chose not to share a whole lot while I was gone because I wanted to be present for every moment that was available. Even doing that gave me the opportunity to spend time with my brother, which I don't get to do on a regular basis, and to do so in a meaningful way. It allowed me to spend time with friends, the roommates that I had over the past week, and getting to know them better and getting to enjoy what they have going on, what I have going on, and us collectively just making each other greater in the process. Um, and I keep looking off to the side for my notes to make sure I don't miss anything, because it is kind of late for some folks and early for others. I'll be tagging people on purpose, especially the ones that I made a point to remember to get their Instagram things. But one of the challenges to me was, how am I going to start taking care of myself? And the first way that I did that was to just be present for everything, to say yes when I was ready to say yes, to leave when I was ready to leave, to show up to things when I was ready to show up, and even improvise and maybe not stay as long for things that could be helpful when I knew that I had already maxed out on how it would be helpful for me. And being okay to say yes and to say no as it made sense over the past, I don't know, 5, 7 days, however many days it was. I got a chance to meet new people because I was willing to try new things. I definitely have more things that I'll be bringing to you guys, and you'll totally be seeing it about this massive non pop up event that'll be happening here shortly, as well as all the things in alignment with Mr. James Wedmore and his awesome team of folks that are going to be delivering great things to you guys. And you can totally get access to it directly to your inbox just sign up. Like I said, the links are there. Another, I want to say shameless plug, but yeah, I feel zero shame about it. Sign up, get the info. It's free. Like, why wouldn't you? Um, what was the other thing I wanted to make sure? So, taking time away, uh, giving yourself an opportunity to reset and evaluate like what routines are and aren't working for you, deciding what you will keep and let go of, and maybe reevaluate for another time. Giving yourself permission and space to meet new people, allow yourself a deeper level of vulnerability. Um, Allowing people to support you. That was another major thing that came up for me, is that I have so many things to share and give, but if I don't have the right people around me to support me, I'm never going to be able to share those things, because I'm going to be so bogged down by the day-to-day activities that it's just not going to happen. So I challenge you all, the same as I have been challenged, to show up and give you yourself what you need, and to not only ask for but receive the help that you need from other folks, so that you can be the most amazing, greatest version of yourself. Who doesn't want to do that, right? Like, you wouldn't even be tuned in here if you didn't want to be a greater version of yourself. Let's see, what were some more epiphanies that came up for me while I was away, and just the travel and transition, and those funny little things that happen that you think are a whole problem, they actually end up being a gift in disguise when you give yourself permission to take the time to breathe into it. Fun fact, I had totally forgot that, you have to renew stuff like licenses, do annual physicals and things like that. Like, and they happen around about your birthday. Um got so carried up in all those activities that I kind of shared with y'all before, that I had to circle back around last week before I even did all the masterminding and disconnecting and reconnecting, and make sure that I got all my stuff in order. So, in case you guys were wondering, it's totally a good idea on a monthly basis. Just check and make sure all your stuff is still current. If you got licenses for different things, like, make sure you renew them on time. Make sure you do the CEUs. Make sure you connect with other things that are giving you new insights into your industry. And if you don't have an industry yet, or a license or a thing, then it's all the more reason for you to totally check out those different niches that are offered through James Webb, or other folks that he has worked with that are sharing the successes they've had in their various different niches. And then, of course, jump in there and start getting your people in alignment too. I think that was maybe about it. Do one more quick little check before I head back into where I need to get to, because I'm minding my business. I think that's probably about it. You guys will see the links. You will totally have the opportunity to get access to the stuff. And whenever you can find a chance to get into a group with some other amazing, awesome folks, go do it. Sign up, bet on you, give yourself permission and time to, like, go be great. And if there's other people available to go be great with, why wouldn't you? With that, make sure you tap into all the lovely things that are happening. The book this weekend, depending on when you see it, a new one will be releasing, as well as my interview for Dating After Divorce will be coming by the next week. And yeah, thank y'all for joining in with me and hanging out for a little bit on the late night. I look forward to seeing y'all next week with some more updates and things that are going on. Y'all have an amazing night.